What's happening, YouTube? It's your homie S.DevTF coming back to you with another video. And today we're going to do some sealed play. And I already opened my packs, and I got my boy Will here so he can vouch that I didn't cheat. We're going to just go through and talk about each of my cards and characters as I go to build my sealed deck. First off, I pulled Lockdown, pulled Raider Flame Feather, I pulled Mudflap, Skytread Tank Mode, Sergeant Hound, and Run Amok. And then for my smaller characters, I pulled Raider Ravage, Private Fireflight, or Fire Drive rather. I don't know why I always say that. Stakeout, Raider Blackjack, and Raider Rumble, and Raider Needler. So these are it for my characters. I think the first thing I want to do when I end up looking at my deck before I start building my deck is, of course, start with the characters. That's the main reason why you'd be playing any deck that you build in the first place. So looking at all the characters that I have, Lockdown seems like the strongest that I have. And based off of the battle cards that I have, looking at my deck, I'll actually go through my battle deck as I, or excuse me, cards that I cut as I go through it. But so I'm looking, I see my star cost. I have a 10, an 8. Okay, so when I look at star cost, right off the bat, the card that interests me the most likely is Lockdown. He seems like he'll be really good in sealed, especially if he kills a character and be able to, you know, gain that +2 attack every time he kills a character. Seems very good, and he's very tanky. 10 stars for 15 health and 2 defense actually in the mode that he wants to attack, and seems pretty good. So I'm probably gonna go with him. And I did pull out of my battle cards, like I said, I'll go through my battle deck here in a second, but just right out the gate, I did pull Opportune Repairs, so this card will work well because I did have a Mercenary. So, and as you can see, the only other Autobot that I have, well, I take that back, I do have other Autobots here, but so I want to potentially play Fire Drive. I did pull Fire Drive as well, and of course drawing a card is always strong, and when it does die, it will turn into a weapon, and that seems very good as well. So want to say Mudflap seems pretty good. I probably could just play 2 Mercenaries and Mudflap because I also have a bounty with him too. Reveal the top card of your deck and you may play it, which seems like it could be solid and sealed, and he has a lot of health as well. If I were to play, so if I, looking at my cards right now, if I played Lockdown, Mudflap, and Fire Drive, that's 25 stars, and it'll definitely, I don't know, like the rest of these cards seem like they suck right now. If I pulled enough of the patrol cards, I could potentially play, like I did pull 2 Spy Patrols, but I didn't pull major Soundwave. So these 2 cards I can auto definitely take out. So it was isolate. I think that's the best way to do it. I'm not going to play these 2 cards because they don't have any synergy with my deck, or what I want to play anyway. And so what I was going to say is if you pull Powertrain or Sunrunner or any of the other leader, I guess pretty much leaders, the patrol guys that get the +1/+1. If you pull any of those with like another 1 or 2, I would definitely isolate those and potentially play those because those could be potentially good for you know, sealed play. But alas, I don't have those. So Raider Blackjack doesn't say. Oh, I take that back. I do have the leader for the cards. I do have Raider Blackjack, but I don't have any of the other sports car patrols. So that's not a card I don't think I would play right now. So we get down to Stakeout. Stakeout is one of the rescue patrols. I didn't pull anything for him as well, so I probably won't play that or anything else to help aid it. Raider Needler it's okay, but for my 7 costs, Fire Drive I think is infinitely better than Raider Needler, so that's an easy out for that. So the only small card I have to potentially play is Private Fire Drive. And then for our bigger characters, we have Run Amok. Now, if I pulled Runabout as well, I think this would be an auto include to play with the 5 to get that, you know, they heal well together, and excuse me, the healing and drawing that they do together as a team. But I didn't pull the other guys, so I don't think I'm going to end up playing Raider Run Amok. The tank, I did pull, looking at my cards, I did pull composite armor, so this card will be good on him, but it's not like I have hunker down or anything like that to play with him. So if I had a second tank, I would potentially play this, but looking at the characters like I talked about in the beginning, I'm isolating to see if there's any other reason to play any of these other characters, and right now it doesn't seem like it. So despite me pulling composite armor and being able to only put it on tanks, I don't think I'm going to play the tank for this sealed. And then something else to think about, I might change my mind after I look at my battle cards again, because if I did pull a lot of blue, I need to also see if my battle deck is going to be predominantly heavy blue or orange. So, but at first glance, just looking at my cards, I think inside Sergeant Hound, what is he, when you upgrade this, it gets +2 to the end of the turn, so he seems pretty strong, but he is also a 9 cost, which means I wouldn't be able to play Fire Drive. Raider Flame Feather, he gets bold 1, and he does get 1 defense for every orange you do flip. So Right now, like I said, Hound and Flame Feather don't seem like they're going to work as well either. So this looks like it's probably going to be my team for this first seal. Mudflap, Lockdown, and a private Fire Drive. These two guys get their bounty effects whenever they kill a character, so it seems pretty good. So let's see if I got any of the other mercenary cards as well, because that probably definitely help out a lot. So looking at my battle cards, we're not going to play Composite Armor, because Composite Armor, of course, I'm only playing the one. I don't have any tanks in my deck. Opportune Offensive is a card I would definitely play, because I started with a Mercenary, so I'll definitely play that. Battlefield Incursion, of course, nobody can play Triptychon, so we're not going to play Battlefield Incursion. Increased Durability seems like a strong card in Sealed. It's an armor that gives +4 health, so I think I'll definitely end up playing that. Again, sorry for that glare, it's the best I can do. Well, actually, that's a little better. Take that back. Put them up top here. Terrifying Resilience. I can only can't be put on Autobots, but I can put it on Mudflap and Lockdown. So if I am playing enough blue, I will play this card. So I'm going to set it off to the side right now because I don't know if I have enough blue in here. Like I have to look at it again. War of Attrition seems like it's a decent card for Sealed, dealing free direct damage. Medic's Protective Field, you can put on anybody early game, and so they won't take any damage. Overheat is a card. Now keep in mind, the rest of the cards you don't build for your deck, you have to build a 25 card minimum, or I think it's min and max. It has to be 25 cards. The rest of your cards become your side deck. So you have 36 battle cards total, and 11 of them will be in your side deck, quote unquote. So this card could be a side deck card if I run into an opponent that has a ridiculous amount of bold. Don't think there are any characters that actually would get up to bold 7, so won't be playing that. Sabotage Armaments, probably the best card in the set. Definitely going to play this card. Kinetic Converter is pretty good. Anytime I flip one of my characters to its other mode, I'll be able to draw a card, and this card will actually combo really well with Fire Drive. So I'll definitely play this card to boost my Fire Drive's attack, or not, excuse me, boost his effect rather. Next we have Hidden Fortification. Hidden Fortification seems like a good card to play if I'm playing enough blue, so we'll end up seeing I do have 2 blue cards here, including Fortification itself. Designated Target seems like it's good for the Pierce and to give my character Pierce 2 to get some damage in. Erratic Cannon could potentially be good if I'm playing enough white cards. This card, if you flip at least 1 white, the character gets +3 attack. So that's going to be another one that I'm going to set off to the side because I may not pull, I may not have enough whites to play, so it might not be worth playing. Next up, we have Swerve. Swerve is a secret action. You can flip one of your bots from its bot mode to alt mode, or to its to alt mode. So when you flip to this mode, I may plan 1. So when my opponent attacks me, there's no reason for me to flip him to this mode and plan 1. On top of that, Mudflap is stronger in this mode, having 2 defense. Same with Lockdown. Lockdown's effect doesn't get good until he has his bounty and you start sifting through your deck. So I probably won't play Swerve. Doesn't seem like it's good enough to play. Worth playing, rather. Although it is a white icon card, so I will set it off to the side just for it to have that white. I could always trade it for a green. So next we have Energy Transfer. This card is very good, I think, in Sealed, well, just in general, even in Constructed. But as my bigger guys get damage on them, I can move that damage over to Fire Drive and get my Fire Drive closer to being KO'd. So I think that's a definite auto include in here. Unflinching Courage, I can not put on Decepticons, but I can put on Autobots and mercenaries, so this seems like an auto include, and plus it has that pierce, so it helps me to get some damage in, so I think I will end up playing that. Showing Off, flip one of your characters from a mode and then to another mode. That doesn't help me at all in this, so I don't think I'll be playing that. Reprocess, I think is going to be a very good card in Sealed or Constructed, so I think I'll instantly play that. Quartermaster, I do play Fire Drive, so once the Fire Drive dies, and if it happens to get scrapped later on throughout the game, like by reprocess or something, I can hold this in my hand and be my ace in the hole to bring back the character. So I think I will play this, and it's a white. Next up, we have Reflex Circuits. I have 2 range characters, and this card will be good when you're blocking against a melee character, so I think that's an auto include. Hiding Spot will be good to hide and have Fire Drive get attacked, so I think I will play Hiding Spot. I did pull 2 of these I saw earlier, which is really strong, and ooh, that card too. Let me just go through. EM24, this laser. I think this laser is very strong and Sealed. No icon, but it does give +3 attack instantly, so I think that's a definite auto include. And I also put W5 Gyro Blaster as well, so if my opponent is playing some type of bold or tough strategy, has that, I can definitely use this as to make their bold and tough useless. Next, we have Dismantling Claw. The ruling on this, as far as I know, is even when the character dies, it's considered to be scrapped, so it'll still scrap an enemy weapon or armor. So this will be good for if my opponent has one of these against my Fire Drive and Fire Drive dies, I can bring it back with Quartermaster. So I'll probably play that, and it's a green. Next up, we have Personal Targeting Drone. Is it? Yeah, Personal Targeting Drone. It gives Pierce 1, and it would scrap from a character, scrap the enemy utility. It is a white and a green. I don't know if I'm going to play it or not yet, though, so we'll see. Spinner Rims doesn't seem like a card I would play either, but that's another card we'll see, like I said, once I look at the rest of the cards. Squish them like bugs. My highest star card is Mudflap, or Lockdown rather. So Lockdown being able to deal that direct damage to any other smaller character. If my opponent's playing like any of the patrols or anything like that, Lockdown and Mudflap, and actually even Fire Drive will actually all be able to deal the armed hovercraft effect. So that seems like a good card to play. I got another personal targeting drone. See if I play that in a second. Repurpose helps me with draw power to kind of sift through my deck. Unconventional Flying Object is not a card I would play, clearly, because I am playing all... I have no spaceships, and I think the only spaceship you want to play this on, if you're lucky enough to pull Shockwave and this card in sealed, Shockwave alone is just ridiculous, but if you pull this card in sealed, you definitely play that, not with Alpha Trion. Covert Armor, you can only put on melee characters. Lockdown is melee, and it helps against specialists, but it is a green just in general, so giving that +1 defense will be nice, and of course, if I do play against any specialists, it'll be good. Next up, we have Rock Toss. I think it's auto-include, it's burn for tap characters. Urban Camo gives tough to my characters. I don't have a whole bunch of blue in here, so I don't think Urban Camo is a card I would play. Frag Toss, if I started the game with all Decepticons I could play this. This is an easy out because I don't even have one Decepticon. So, and another Dismantling Claw, so that'll be nice as well. So looking at my deck, I have a good bit of, I don't have a whole bunch of blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Hidden Fortification is not that good. 6 out of my 25 cards is about what? Yeah, that's not a good enough percentage to warrant playing Hidden Fortification, so I probably won't play Hidden Fortification. If I go through my deck again, I think the auto includes that I'll definitely play. That's 1, Opportune Repairs, War of Attrition, Sabotage Armaments. I didn't pull any dual wields or whatchamacallit. That's kind of unfortunate. That would have been nice to pull with my mercenaries, but so Designated Target, definitely play Energy Transfer. Reprocess seems very good. Quartermaster, potentially, because I don't have anything else to move onto another character. That'll be worth it. So we'll see. So that's 6. Hiding Spot is definitely good. Squish them like bugs. Rock Toss, Reprocess, 3, 6, 9, 10. I'll just keep it in there. Why not? And then, so that means I need 15 other cards. Gets Pierce 1. Okay. So that's it for my actions so far. I think I'll definitely, how many whites am I playing? 1, 2, 3. So I'm not playing enough whites for Erratic Cannon to be good, so I'm definitely not going to play Erratic Cannon. Terrifying Resilience won't be good enough because I'm only playing like 6 blues, so the defense won't help, which also means that Urban Camo won't be good either. The Spinner Rims, I'm not playing enough whites for this to be warned to be good. Swerve, I'm still not going to play. These cards seem like I could play them to potentially... to make my deck 25 cards. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. And then from my upgrades, we have for our weapons, 2 Dismantling Claw, 2 M24, 1 Unflinching, and that's it for my weapons. So 5 weapons. For my armors, I have increased durability, Medic's Protective Field, Reflex Circuits, and a Covert Armor. So that's 9. And these are my utilities. So 9, what is that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I still need 2 more cards no matter what. So I'm gonna have to fit 2 cards in just because. So let's see. Looking through my cards again. Hidden Fortification maybe it won't be good for the blue, but it'll be good to help get to my greens and like get some more greens to see throughout my deck potentially. Battlefield Incursion is definitely not good. That's not good. I guess we'll play Terrifying Resilience to have more orange in the deck to push some damage in general. I don't have to, you know, if I have it in my hand, let's trade it for a green. And the Erratic Cannon, I still only have, I don't have enough white in here. And we'll just play Hidden Fortification anyway for the extra potential tough. And I guess I could take this out for Urban Camo, force my deck to actually be more on the blue side, which will help it. But there's no other blue cards worth playing. All right, so that's going to be it for my deck. So these are my guy: Urban Camo, Terrifying Resilience, Personal Targeting Drone, Kinetic Converter, W5 Gyro Blaster. My weapons are 2 Dismantling Claw, 3 EM24 Thingamajiggers, 1 Unflinching Courage, And my armors are 1 reflex circus, 1 covert armor, 1 medic's protected field, and increased durability. And we already talked about my actions. So and that's it. That's going to be my 25 card deck, and we'll move on to the next player. All right, guys. So we got Will going up next here. We're going to help Will out and see what he gets. Hopefully, get some good stuff. Might look like it might be 3 or 4 wide. When I played sealed before with just Siege 1, Scrapnel was annoying. And being that you're playing blue, it seems like him being around and me having to, or your opponents continuing to have to attack into him seems very good. And yeah, his bot mode, what's that say? Whenever scrap from one of your characters, repair 1 damage from this. Okay, so how many green icons do you have? Do you have a good bit of green for Chop Shop?
I got, they're all over here.
Okay.
3.
So you got like Reflex Circus, War of Attrition, and you got, so you don't have a ton, but you do have only a 25 card deck, so. What you thinking, Brian? Like right off the bat, I'm looking at Chop Shop Scrapnel, and that's what, 9 to 16.
I think I'm gonna play Bugs.
Of course you are. And you have a 4, a 9, a 16. Excuse me, not these two are 16, and then if you play a 5 and a 4, you can play 4 wide. Because you don't have enough to be aggressive. So RC may or may not be that good. I mean, you have some Pierce too, so you have a good bit of Pierce, so that will definitely help you push some damage through.
Stick with the 5 attack guys.
Okay.
Because I don't weapons and that.
And probably Vanguard as well, because Vanguard is so you can probably add Vanguard to this. Looking at everything you have, Mirage seems like he'll be good, but the fact that you have Chop Shop and Scrapnel,
yeah,
and then being able to heal.
4 attack.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
With the.
So you can cut that out. You also have Cali Burst as well, which I mean, if you side deck Cali Burst though, so I guess looking at your 4s, this is your only option for a 4, and you would end up playing Stakeout for 4 wide. 7, 9, 5, and 4. Or you could play that in 4 star cards, which you only have 3, and I think one of them is unplayable for you. Or you can play 3 wide, and so you can go Scrapnel, Chop Shop, Mirage, potentially, like, or
I'm looking at this all upside down.
Or RC. Well, flip them up. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm not playing him.
So Red Heat probably. I mean, if you play a 5-drop, it'll be Vanguard over Red Heat. So Red Heat you can cut out. Laser Beak you can cut out. Cali Burst is probably be something that you would side deck. So your star cards, you have Even the Score, and didn't you have another one? I thought you had 3 star cards. Just these 2? So RC doesn't seem as good. I mean, you do have some black, so if she does have a weapon and you get the bold, she'll be able to do some pierce, if anything. Or she might get in for some solid damage if your opponent's not playing heavy blue. But since you are catering more to blue, Mirage looking like he's looking pretty good to draw and have some draw power. But if you do that, then you're not able to play Fire Drive. So
Vanguard.
Or yeah, I keep Vanguard. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
So 9, 7, 7, so 23, 2 star cards. All right, so starting off with his battle cards, squish them like bugs. His characters don't have that high of stars. It's a potential side deck card for him this time around. So if he plays against anybody that's playing a lot of low star characters, he can play that. So it probably won't include that in his deck. Smoke Cloak to auto include because as you can see, he pulled mostly blue cards. Pep Talk will definitely be solid. Blue card, you have some draw power, steady shot, blue black. Help you sift through your deck. That'll work. Battlefield report. Yep. Another steady shot. Yeah, Smoke Cloak. Yep. So definitely going to be heavy blue.
Yep.
Brainstorm could be good because you have some draw power in the deck, so you could potentially play 2 actions in one turn.
Battering Ram is a cut.
Battering Ram is an auto cut because he doesn't have any trucks.
Range. Mirage is ranged.
Mirage is ranged, okay, so definitely play that for him.
Nope.
What card? Multi-missile pod. Okay, yeah, we'll be playing that. Unflinching Courage. It's a blue, and it'll help you have some pierce, so.
And I got 1 auto god I can put.
Yeah.
Or attrition.
Yeah, free burn. Opportune Offensive. It's a blue. I think you probably still play it just for its icons, and then you just there's potential.
Keeping that.
Yeah, definitely. Contract contingency. +2 is still good. I mean, the double black if you flip it off. So I think I would still play it just for its icon.
That over offensive right now.
It's just a weaker leap into battle, pretty much for you. Designated target, I definitely play that too. Now, dual wield is interesting because you can still play it on any of your characters and give it another weapon slot, but you don't have that many weapons, so you probably won't play it. So I guess it's not that interesting.
Move 1 damage counter. Enemy.
I think I'd play that. Yeah, it's good burn.
Probably not.
Yeah.
That's
okay. I think I'd play it personally, but I mean, because it's +1 defense. I mean, you're playing heavier blue, so it does help.
Okay.
And it's an orange for helpful off.
You convinced me.
Erratic Cannon, you definitely won't play that. Yep. Now, Guarded Posture is nice. You put Guarded Posture on Scratnel. Yeah, definitely. Another Unflinching Courage is blue with the Pierce, so that'll help. Acute Reflexes, I don't think you're playing a lot of whites, so I don't think that'll be worth playing in your deck.
Metal Detector.
You're not playing. Yeah, so you're not playing a whole bunch of upgrades. But potentially.
Drag Toss.
You auto can't play that because you're not playing Auto Decepticon. So.
Didn't even rate it. Reprocess.
I think I'd play those. Yeah, it helps with your chop shop effect.
Showing off. I don't think I have.
You don't have any guy that do anything cool with flipping.
No, I didn't think so.
It's really good with Springer and Sealed.
Oh, my 2.
And your 2 star cards, you'll auto include those. Okay.
Definitely.
All right. So that'll do it for your. Oh well, I guess the first things first is to count how many. Is this 25?
15 actions.
Okay. That brainstorm will help a lot. So you need 2 more cards. So probably that. Looking at your cards, I'd probably play the Medic and the Opportune Offensive just for its icons, personally.
Like you said.
But I mean, I think it'll the better cards out of what we have right here.
Yeah.
Okay. And that'll do it.
It's good for me.
All right, guys. We'll go on to our third and final player and see what he gets. Spinister seems very good for Sealed if you do have the Battle Masters, that is. Side swipe and 1 piece of the bottom half of 6-gun. So you have a high potential to definitely play some cards. Too bad. Thank God you don't have Start Your Engines and Turbo Boost. And Crosshairs and Sea-Watch. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So for his characters, we're going to kind of isolate these and see what he got. So his big characters, he's going to isolate, of course, 1 side swipe because that's not good. And one side swipe Detour in the bottom half of the 6-gun since he's not able to play those. Looking at his characters, he immediately looks like Spinister and Raider Ion Storm are the 2 candidates for him to play. So probably definitely going to be Ion Storm. That's it's 12 stars and you still got 13 to work with. If only you would have pulled Blackjack, you could have just easily played those. I think. No, Blackjack might be a 5. I take that back. Play side swipe for to 8 maybe to make it 20, or because you don't have any 6s. What are your others? Oh, that's it for your small characters. Okay. Well, how much blue are you playing? But so not enough blue to warrant playing any of these. Hugger. Okay, so the fact that he doesn't have enough blue cards in his deck, Road Hugger and Detour will just kind of sit there. They're not going to do anything but be little meat shields, which might actually be okay. Raider Rumble. What does Raider Rumble do? I forgot. Return an upgrade back to the owner's hand. He has 11 health. For 6 stars, 11 health seems pretty decent. But no defense, though. So what you thinking? Smoke Screen looks a little stronger than Side Swipe. You could probably lead with Smoke Screen, so you can't take more than 3. And that's 19. And then you could play
Smoke Screen and
then Rumble.
For the upgrade.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And
that's 25.
Yep.
All right, guys, so looking at his battle cards, I can already see a lot of them that he's easily going to be able to take. And keep in mind, again, the rest of your battle cards are all part of your side deck, as far as I know, for Sealed, as well as all of your characters, like every single one of them. So, so what do you think about, which route do you think about going? Just looking at everything.
Pierce.
Yeah, you're going to be a Pierce deck? Okay.
Storm hits hard.
Yep. So, easy, I think, first card to include looks like the Energy Pack, probably.
Yeah.
Number 1, first card in the corner, yeah. Those energy transfers seem pretty good as well. If your opponent focuses on Ion Storm, then you can kind of like move a lot of damage over into one of your other characters. For the rest of your oranges, you're not playing. You say you're heavy Pierce, but basic combat protocol to give him stealth. Yeah,
if I don't get the energy pack.
Right. Probably that other energy transfer too, maybe, or maybe set it to the side depending on space. I don't know. Reactive armor is probably good. It's just armor. You can scrap an opponent's armor. +1 is always good. And basic combat protocol, I wouldn't play personally. I don't.
No, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. So you can probably that's an easy cutout. So you can throw that over here. And defensive formation's a maybe, depending on what the rest of your deck looks like. Moving on to your whites, spinner rim. Looking at all the other whites that you have, maybe we could skip spinner rims for now. Because diagnosis you can't play, callous leadership you can't play. I mean you can play them, but for the icons they won't be for the actual card. My bad.
Only one safe card.
Yeah, definitely that card's good. Swerve, you don't have any characters that do anything special when they flip to their other mode, so you definitely probably wouldn't play that. Personal targeting drone, why not? Maybe probably a set aside for a maybe. EMP wave, you don't have any stars left over, so that's an easy cut. Now, when you do side deck, if you happen to maybe you probably never actually do that, but you could throw that in after side decking if you have stars left over. Brainstorm's a maybe because I don't know exactly how many actions you have yet. Pep talks, I think, is an easy include. Sturdy armor. Do you have any specialists from your characters?
I don't think.
Okay, so that's an easy out. Covert armor, you do. Oh, you don't have a melee either. Okay, so covert armor. Oh no, you do have a melee. Rumble. Sick potential to play it for that +1. All right, stable cover seems like it'll be good because Siege 1 and 2 are have a whole bunch of Pierce. So when Ion Storm attacks, you can set that with Ion Storm so he doesn't take any Pierce that turn. Involuntary promotion. So how does that work again? You can bring back a character
equal or lower
stars. So you would be able to revive Rumble.
It's not worth it.
I don't think it's worth playing. Yeah, I don't know. That probably would have been. I don't know. Okay, so minor medic kit seems like an auto include. The utility that gives +2 armor or +2 health rather. Crobat seems good. Crobat. We're playing Pokemon.
We are.
Smoke thrower is a maybe because I mean you do have a good bit of Pierce, but then again, I mean it doesn't even give an attack, so it's kind of trash. I think for
put it aside.
Yeah. New orders. You only have one character that's 6 stars or lower, so new orders is an easy cut because I don't think you really care about untapping as much there. If you're playing the patrols, that'd have been good. Soldier's Blaster, I think you auto include easy. +3 to a different faction, or to +2. I wish I'd got one of those. That's a nice one. Green. Battlefield Scan, could potentially side deck it against decks that play stealth and stuff. So like Will's deck, when he has Scrapnel, you can side deck against him and go after a different character. Dual wield is not good for your deck. You're not even playing enough actions, and you don't have any mercenaries, so weapons rather. Showing off doesn't seem good for your deck because you don't play any triple changes or anything. Toolbox, if damage would be prepared for repair. Prepared from the upgraded character, instead repair that much damage. Do you have any repair besides medic? No. I don't think you do, so it's probably probably won't help you. Medic I would still play either way because +2 health is +2 health. I think that's good in sealed personally. W5 I think is a great include. Designated target I feel like you play. Special deliveries, burn, definitely play that. Hijack side deck against like me and my deck that draws cards. And you can only put that on Autobots. You only have one Autobot, so I mean you probably play dual wheel since you're catering to Pierce just for the icons and you just trade it for a green. I mean that double black is decent. Alright guys, you're gonna put your characters back out so I can show them one more time. Alright guys, so Brian's character is going to end up being Smoke Screen, Ion Storm, and Raider Rumble. Be looking forward to another video coming up soon. We're going to do some Seal King of the Hill and see what goes down there. Alright guys, this is S. Dot heading out. You guys have a great day and or great night whenever you're catching this video. Peace.